Episode 11, the Integration Series. Why integration gets easier over time. Many people assume integration should become harder the longer they work with their body. In reality, the opposite is true. When integration is done correctly, each session makes the next one easier to hold. Here's why. The nervous system does not reset to zero between sessions. It carries forward whatever baseline it has already adopted. Once a new pattern has become rehearsed enough to feel familiar, it stops being new. It becomes normal. This changes everything. After the first few sessions, the nervous system is no longer negotiating between an old pattern and a new one. It is refining an upgrade. This is why people often notice that later sessions feel different. Not necessarily more dramatic, but more precise. Less global release, more specific changes, finer adjustments in coordination, balance, and effort. The body no longer needs to undo decades of compression at once. It is free to optimize. Integration accelerates because the system now recognizes the work as relevant and trustworthy. This is the moment many people misinterpret. They say things like, "It didn't feel as big as the first session." That doesn't mean less change occurred. It means the nervous system didn't need to shout. Early sessions create contrast. Later sessions create coherence. And coherence is quieter. Here is another important shift. As integration improves, the nervous system requires less instruction. Clients often find they no longer need to think about walking after sessions. They naturally want to move. They don't have to avoid collapse consciously. Their body resists it automatically. This is not compliance. It is adoption. The nervous system has accepted the new pattern as part of its identity. At this stage, integration becomes less about protecting change and more about expressing it. Movement becomes more exploratory. Stress is handled with more resilience. Recovery is faster. The body is no longer guarding a fragile improvement. It is building capacity. This is why adaptive bodywork is cumulative. Each well-integrated session raises the floor. And once the floor is higher, life itself reinforces the work instead of undoing it. In episode 12, the Integration Series, we'll bring everything together and define what it actually means to live inside a body that has changed, not temporarily, but structurally and neurologically.